I'm Dr. John Omaha, and I'm the creator of the Affect Management Skills Training Protocol that Norton published in my book in 2004, and that I'm teaching in a workshop on grief and trauma counseling here at Alliant University today. The skills that I'm teaching in this workshop, I call the workshop Tools for Emotion Regulation. These skills can be used, and I believe they should be used at the beginning of therapy for all clients. And there's a reason. People who are clients, people who self-identify as clients and come for therapy, are people who perforce have difficulties regulating their emotions. If they didn't have difficulties regulating their emotions, they wouldn't be coming for therapy. And so I'm going to be working with some volunteers today from the Alliant Graduate School, and I'll be teaching 7 skills today. You'll see in the first segment I'm teaching a skill called containment, and this skill is just vitally important. People come to therapy because they have difficulties containing the traumas, the adversities, the misfortunes that happen to them in childhood. And one of the principal functions of good therapy is it provides a containment function. And one of the beauties of the affect management skills training is that as the therapist, you provide this skill of containment, and then you become the repository of containment. And so the skill, teaching this skill first at the beginning of therapy, makes the therapy work better. The client comes to you, the office in which you teach the skill becomes the place of containment, and it's a place in which the client can safely, with a feeling of safety, go into the challenges from childhood, the misfortunes, adversities, and traumas that they have not been able to deal with on their own outside of therapy. So the first skill is containment. The second skill is safe place. As you'll hear me tell the participant, our helper who'll be sitting in the chair over there, often people who grew up in challenged environments where there was drama, where there was chaos, there may have been drug addiction, alcoholism, there may have been spousal abuse, family violence. These places were not safe. And as a result, in childhood, unfortunately, these people did not form an internal image of safety and security that they could rely on later in life at times when they were challenged. And challenges always happen. There will always be problems in life. It's how we handle them that marks how adaptively and positively we function. And so the safe place skill builds that internal resource that in most clients is missing. Another thing about these skills, as you will see, is that they are so designed as to uncover missing resources or covert means hidden ego states that are acting as managers to help the client function. These are the ego states came up usually pretty early in life to manage emotions, to manage situations that were unmanageable in childhood.
Why don't you introduce?
The skills that I teach are based on an integrative model for psychopathology. And an important piece of that relates to all the findings of the last 20 years in the field of neurophysiology. In the year 2000, Dr. Teicher published a review of all of his work, his EEG and also functional magnetic resonance images and SPECT scans on adults who endorsed childhood trauma. And he found, for our purposes, 3 important findings. One is that in adults who endorse childhood trauma, the right brain, the limbic system on the right side, was activated. Secondly, the left brain was not only smaller, it was also less differentiated. And third, and very importantly, in people who endorse childhood trauma, there was poor communication from the left hemisphere to the right hemisphere and back, meaning that the corpus callosum, the band of tissue that connects the 2 hemispheres, was poorly developed. As a result, in the work that I do, you'll see me using this simple device. It's called a TheraTapper, and it's a battery-powered device that delivers a gentle vibration through these probes that are held 1 in each hand. I'll turn it on now, and you'll be able to see as the light flashes that how the rate at which the pulses are going back and forth. What's important is that, and it's very important to the skills I teach, is that as the client holds one of these in each hand, and as the device is turned on, the pulses delivered through the hand elicit alternate firing between the right and the left hemisphere. And so the 2 hemispheres are communicating.